Hi, my name is Jasmine Unix, and I'm going to be talking about the issues of spending money and saving it. What I've noticed about the people around me and just in general is that it's very difficult to try and save money and just keeping track of spending it. And sometimes people will spend money without realizing they're really doing it. This connects to me because I have been in the habit of watching my spending and saving my money and counting it. And it also relates to me because a lot of people in my family have struggled with money spending and just what the amount of money can do to someone in the terms of trying to save it and save it for more important things. And I think that also resonates with me is that if you tell yourself a lie long enough, you'll forget the truth. And I feel like that deals with money as well, because if you think you have this amount and you keep telling yourself that, you're gonna eventually come to the conclusion where I do have that much money, and no, I'm not going into debt. So that's kind of like what I want to focus on, or what that motto means. My thesis statement is, I hope you are aware of the problem of spending habits, keeping track of money, and try to convincing you of changing into getting a money book. This is the object I'm going to be using today. It's this money binder, kind of to like keep track of like all your money, and it goes up to a lot of bills in here. I got this on Amazon, like $6 to $7. And it's just something to keep track of cash if you like using cash, or if you have a check you want to take cash out. I think having cash is an easier way to save money, because a lot of people use card nowadays, and I mean some places do use for cash, but it's just easier. And I like to take either $40 or $20 out of my paycheck and just put it in here, or if I get dollar bills or just $5 bills, I like to put it in here in like the little envelopes. And you can see in here that it kind of goes by number. It goes by number in here, and then there's a little chart in here if you want it, and you can like kind of mark up like your savings. I personally don't use this, but it doesn't matter, like you can use it as well. And there's a bunch of pockets for you to put your money in. If you don't like this, you can put it in the little sleeves, and I think it's just it's kind of like a fun way to save. In the article, Money Attitudes, Credit Card Use, and Compulsive Buying Among American College Students, it states, changing the attitude towards money important. Catalysts behind the spread of consumer culture. This quote is stating that there is a gain and increase of the consumer spending in America. Another thing is that the author points out, American consumers remain on the buying binge during the first quarter of 1999, and the spending has increased every year since. This is like an impact. This is an impact in our lives. The issue is spending money is also result in the prices increasing over time in the grocery stores. And its inflation increases, and it causes more stress on your mental health, just thinking about money issues. It's better to have a backup money saved, so you're not constantly thinking, how can I get this spent? How am I going to be able to pay for that? How am I going to pay for this? And like so on and so forth. And I think it's like this is the issue also is that it's like any other addiction. It's hard to stop, and you have to take a step back and realize what the issue is and what you have to do to help yourself. One of the evidences that I have also used is that the stations in life are divided upon the question of two groups, those who can and those who can't save. I see no further division among the cans, explaining that people who do save act differently and have different personality traits than those who don't save money. People who save money have a different personality trait, very determined, very, I would say, organized, and they fall into a category where they're presented well, that it can go either way. And then people who do not save money tend to leave very unorganized, or they have really bad spending habits and they're not very presentable, maybe like I would say not put together, not in a bad way, just not financially put together. Comes from Saving Today, and the full name is Saving from JSTOR. Ways in the past that this has helped me save money, and that might help you, is to get a money book, as I showed in my example previous. This, or how I talked about just saving, putting aside cash every time you had it, or just taking cash out of your paycheck and putting that aside. Or you can also get a money bank. I have in case you get coins, I recommend having a piggy bank or like a coin bank. I have this one. I put all my pennies in here, and then I have a separate one for all my other ones. It's just a fun way to save cash. And look, you can get like a cute little coin bank. That makes it fun. Track what you spend on a notebook if you think that will really help you. Just like track what you spend on a day-to-day, or like give yourself this amount per month. I'm gonna spend this week. I'm gonna spend this much this month. And you can kind of change your perspective on it. You can look at it as a hobby or just like a little task you do on your day-to-day. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to my speech and giving me your attention. I hope you found this topic interesting, and I hope you use some of the strategies and examples for your day-to-day spending, and I hope this influenced you. And even the people around you, just let them know